Hello, guys. I'll wait to see if somebody comes in here. Yeah. I'm in the middle making a bunch of jewelry. So I have like everything everywhere. But I'm missing some stones that were in a bag like this. So, but I'm in the middle of piecing jewelry together. I'm sitting here thinking, like I always do, which gets me in trouble sometimes. Hi, who's everyone here? Welcome to Blue Flame Integration and my YouTube. Um, Everybody who got on here yesterday, I want to thank you so very much for joining with me. Hi guys, welcome. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. I'm in the middle, honestly. Look, I want to show you. I'm in the middle of piecing together some new bracelets. So I got like stuff laid out everywhere. So please bear with me. I'm getting today's a bracelet day, I think. Maybe tonight I'll pull some cards. So what have you all noticed different with me? Is there anything? Because when I tell you the news of what I found out, you're going to be like, I'm surprised you're so calm. Like I said, I want to thank y'all for joining with me in meditation yesterday. But it does have to do with him. Yes, it does. Because no prayers or no loving gestures ever go in vain. Ever. That stuff doesn't go in void. If they don't accept it, guess what? It gets returned back to you. So that meditation time, take it for yourself. I found out he's a narcissist. Yep. I figured it all out. And I'm not even mad. Like, that's the weird part about it. That's the really weird part about it, because you guys know how much I don't like them people. But it was very short-lived. And, I mean, he was, one of the things he was like, please don't talk about me. I know you did. And I kind of did too. Like it was rolling around. Don't think that I missed it. I was watching. And he knew I was watching. Heavy watching. That's probably why it didn't last long. Cuz he knew I exposed him. The mask slipped. So, the heavy love bombing and all that. It went straight from love bombing. And I'm not talking bad about him. I'm really not. I'm actually grateful for everything he did do for me. This is where the difference is coming in this time. I'm not angry. He did a lot for me. I'm not going to lie. He did. And I learned a lesson. A very valuable one. That I deserve love. But I don't have to put up with people being inconsistent. And at first, he really tried at first. He really tried to get past his defenses. But I didn't allow it. So there wasn't a whole lot of trauma bonding that took place because we really didn't go a whole lot of places. Hi, Dustwalker. Thank you again yesterday for joining us in meditation. I did find out dude is a narcissist though. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm putting it right out there. I mean, him and his ex-wife are both well, whatever, soon to be ex. They're both like narcissists. So like let them kill each other and let us good people go on loving correctly like we're supposed to. I'm in the middle of making a bunch of jewelry though. So I wanted to come on here and let y'all know that it exposed itself. I'm sorry when someone says, when I mention about someone going stone cold silent, like it just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, that's just the way I am. Yes. Don't worry. You know what? That it's like I had said to just recently. Don't be sorry, because that meditation that you did will bring justice. We put it out in a very loving way, and it'll be returned in a very loving way. And one of the things that I do know, as far as for us, is that we'll be blessed for that. I mean, the stuff that he kind of revealed was just, I mean, some people, it would go right over their head unless they've studied narcissistic abuse, which this moron knows I did. Hello. This moron knows that I studied it. And it's funny because I'm not joking when I would tell you when he would be here. I'd sit here and listen to sermons. He'd be here sleeping. I'd sit here and listen to sermons. Like high vibing sermons. Everybody hit the like button because this is actually good. I've found out for sure 100% that the person that I was dealing with is definitely a cluster B narcissist. And I ripped his mask off last night about 4:30 in the morning. I don't hate him. Oh, yes, I did. I ripped his mask right off. I said, you're a narcissist just like your wife. Yep. Anybody who does what they do. I mean, I watched the pattern. I'm an expert at watching patterns now. And you know what? I've studied this stuff for so long. They don't ever feel bad if they get under your radar. I just watched a video from Self Love You. She's actually a coach on narcissism, and she got involved with another one for quite a few months. Got right under her radar, very covert. Well, I'm just glad I didn't really get to bond a whole lot with his family. Well, okay. This guy and his mom, I only got to see them around each other one time at his kid's birthday party. That's it. And that was one time I met her. But I really like Dwayne. But hey, I'm not interested in going around cycles with people, and I'm not interested in questioning. Oh yeah. Well, the divine masculine is indifferent with his mom at this point. He hated her for the longest time. He hated most women, but then again, he had some really bad shit that had happened with his first wife. He had very massive trust issues. So, divine masculine, I understand him. This guy, however, doesn't know what he got coming. You don't mess with God's kids. Well, actually, maybe he does, because this could be why he's having such a hard time now. Could be why he's not getting no rest. No rest for the wicked. Remember that. And that's why we pick up on it, and then it's like, dude, I'm telling you, if I find out, I might go talk to his narcissistic wife. I may. And I'm going to find out if she knew we were going to the movies that night. Because if she knew that he was going to the movies that night, I know I was triangulated. I really felt that as well, that I was triangulated that night. I could just sense it. I could feel it. Like, how did she know we were here? And like right outside the bathroom, like, hi Heidi, how are you doing? Like I said, everybody, I see there's 9, 10 people in here. Hit the like button. I'm about to expose some gems, and it's a good thing. I'm not upset. I'm not crying. I'm not even angry. And normally I'd be pissed. Dwayne's a narcissist. It was exposed to me last night. So, the pattern, the followed right suit. I mean, yes, they do, and this guy does. And if his kid didn't, verify how nasty she was, if it was just his word, but if his kid wouldn't have said about how horrible it was living with the ex-wife, then I kind of would have questioned it, because it is a red flag on how people talk about their exes. So, I watched that too. Well, I went to see my shaman. That's part of it. I went to see my shaman the night before. Yeah, they do. Or they tried to. They can't do that to me no more. What's the world coming to? And Aries not pissed about getting screwed over. Well, you want to know what? It went straight from love bombing to abandonment and silent treatment. Oh yeah. Well, she did act crazy, and I'm gonna tell you that she did. But I'm not. She's the narcissist too. You know how we were all saying we hope all the narcissists just get together and stay together? Well, she's one too. Like, I'm not saying like she's one too. So vindictive. So I mean, he's not no victim, that's for damn sure, but neither is she. And I wasn't getting, this was God's way of getting me out of any kind of how could I put it? This is God's way of getting me out of any kind of more hurt than what it would already have been. And this was another lesson and a test about letting go, but in a healthy way. And instead of me coming on here talking shit, and a distraction as well. So instead of me getting on here talking shit, I'm not doing that. He did a lot for me. So I appreciate everything he's done. And I appreciate the lesson. And I wish him well, and I hope everything goes well. Just pray for protection for his kids. That's all. Because his kids are going to go through a lot. I am. Dude, trust me. I never chased. Not at all. The only time I know. I wish him well. And Heidi has known me from going through stuff with my last one, where I was extremely upset. I was pissed. And I was talking shit. Y'all know this. But with this one, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I get it. They're disordered. That's it. They get stressed. They get disordered. They're disordered. They don't know how to handle their emotions. And even as empaths and stuff like that, we don't always handle our emotions the right way as well. Because we think differently. I'm not angry. Heidi, I'm not. It only lasted 3.5 weeks. I'm telling you, it was a test. God allowed him to come in and give me a test. I think I passed. And I'm not mad, you know? I'm not. I may go through a little bit of grieving spell, you know. But I think I already did that. And I went and saw my shaman. I'm telling you. I went and saw my shaman. Up until I went and saw him, I was a little bit frustrated because I didn't understand. I don't know. I didn't understand why. I didn't know. Everybody should hit the thumbs up button on this. Please, if you have not, hit the thumbs up button. There's only 3 thumbs up and there's 9 people on here. So click off, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. This is where we got to get to as empaths and as light workers. Not take things personally at this point. We can't take it personally. They're going to do what they're going to do. And we just got to roll with it because we have a bigger mission and there's a bigger purpose behind it. And yes, these people, we may consider them agents of evil, but it's for a test to see what you're going to do. Well, what does God tell us to do? Pray for our enemies. Bless those that curse you. Yeah, I know. Hey, let them do what they're going to do. And it was interesting because it got exposed twice last night, and I pondered more on it. And I messaged him, and I don't get mad at me when I kind of baited it, okay? Because I was never one. You know how texts should go back and forth. Well, he would ignore me for a while. And this narcissist would always say, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. This is just the way I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you weren't like this 3 weeks ago. You were up my ass. So, don't think I didn't take notice. It's what I do. I am a watcher. It's why I didn't let him in. It's why I didn't go out much with him in society. I went out with him a couple times. I went up to his house twice, 3 times. And when I noticed, when I needed him the most, he bailed. And then it was poor pity him. And then everything started going downhill. So, welcome to karma. So, I'm not going to feel bad one way or the other. Like I said, I don't think him or his, I mean, when I saw the War of the Roses start, I saw the nasty side come out of him. He's not sleeping. He's not doing that great. And that's not the guy I met. Because the guy I met was like, oh, yeah, she moved out. She's getting the rest of her stuff. Talking like it was just going to be this easy split up breakup. Well, when she found out he got with me, she was pissed. So it wasn't going to be no easy split up breakup. And he knows how vindictive and nasty she is. He was married to her for 8 years. So he pulled me into that. I don't know what he was thinking he was going to get. Yep. And that's what I said. You went from night to day to night. Like it was like a light switch went off. When I wasn't giving him my full blown attention, or I wasn't well, it wasn't even really that. I wasn't up his ass. I didn't treat him like God's gift to women. I treated him like a human being. Check your Wi-Fi, Heidi. Very well could be your Wi-Fi. Or maybe, we always get interference around here, especially when it's something that's edifying, that can help people. Because Blue Flame integration, usually. Yeah, but he was, okay. I was used to dealing with pretty, well, they were all pretty well covert in their manipulation. But some of them were pretty malignant too. Yeah. There's red flags. There's red flags the whole time. There's usually red flags with people who, I'm sure I display red flags. I know I do. A lot of my red flags come from not trusting, though, for reasons such as this. And I am taking it well. And I'm glad that it's just exposed. He exposed himself. He did ask me, like, for a while, just don't talk shit about me. This isn't talking shit. I'm actually being nice. You want to see me talk shit, you should get on some of my previous videos. This girl can talk some shit. Some serious shit. I'm actually taking it more in a form of gratitude for the stuff he did do for me. So, he has helped me out a lot, and I appreciated it. He was a heaven sent for that part, but it was more of a love. He did it. His motive was wrong. His motive was wrong. He did to love bomb me. But I appreciated what he was doing because I needed the help. God sent him here to help me at the time, but his motive was to love bomb. Hey, I got some shit done that needed done around here. Got my car pushed up. Got my plumbing fixed. Those were two main things that I needed done. Thank you. I appreciate that. He got my nails done for me. Got me a new phone. Unfortunately, I'm on his fucking phone plan. So at any given time, you could shut my phone off. So, I haven't, not really. This girl still has her old phone number. I still got my old phone to call and text. This is for videos. I'm not an idiot. As soon as I saw what he was doing, I made sure I paid my phone bill. So, yeah. Well, we usually can feel the Hoover. I think I am going to go. He actually last week did ask about getting his phone back. And I said, nah, I'll pay the phone bill. I'll pay you 2 months worth. But then again, I don't know if I even trust to do that. Because he could just be vindictive and shut my shit off. Do I have a door cam? No, but I was looking at getting one. If someone wants to get me something for Christmas, I was looking to get a door cam, and I was looking at getting cams for my apartment building. So I just don't have the extra money. I have to pay for a furnace. You want to know what? I got guns that I know how to use. I will get a door cam at one point. And I want hidden cameras down at my apartment building so that I know who's coming in and, like, I want that place under surveillance so I knew who's coming and going down there. It's more of that place that I'm worried about than here. Because I've had a lot of stuff stolen from down there. Who needs a door cam when I can look right out my window and see who's here? Not to mention, my cat, Molly, if there's something out there that she don't like, she'll growl. Oh, yes, she does. She'd growl. She'd get up at the window, she'd see, and she'd start growling like a dog. And it happened a lot. I'm not joking. It happened when Dwayne had come here already. And it had happened when my daughter's one friend would come here. So, yeah, she is. Even though she's a cat. She's a black cat, too. Very psychic. So, that's the other thing. This guy don't like cats. He says he's allergic. Everybody likes him. Everybody told me he's such a good guy. Like that's the part that's really that really bothers me, is that people around here are buffaloed. And I'm not saying he can't be nice, because he does seem like a very nice guy. Unless you're in a relationship with him. And even if you are, he still love bombs for a season. Now, my questions are, I'm going to say this publicly. I am. So hold your horses here. He did have an ex-wife who died. Of a heart attack. In a tanning bed. Who took she had self-image problems. She took a lot of and he'll sit there and say it's not true, but I know for a fact it is, because it was in the paper. She took a lot of at the time they were like caffeine pills. But she took a lot of like Dexatrim and stuff like that. Yeah, unintentional suicide. So when their son was 3 months old, she had passed away. And he ends up getting with this person who he was just, now he's not getting divorced from. So, I'm wondering how much stress this girl was under. I don't know. I don't know. I know that she just had a baby. But he doesn't seem like the type to really, he's never said anything. Obviously, I'm thin. So he never said anything about my weight. But I don't know. I can't tell you. He's the one who found her in the tent. He was an EMT firefighter type person in town here. And he knew the people at the tanning booth personally. So, she didn't come home. Called down to the tanning place. Said, is my wife there? We have a 3-month-old baby here, and she wouldn't be gone this long. And they went down and searched the rooms, and sure enough, there she was in the one tanning bed, still in the tanning bed. Music blaring. And they found her. Rigor mortis has already set in. Yeah. Oh, I had chills too when he told me the story. And I really felt like, I don't want to say, I don't know if maybe, I don't want to, I never want to speculate anything. Just put it that way. Like, I don't want to think harshly like that, if that makes any sense. I don't want to speculate. But nothing would surprise me with people. Not a damn thing. And honestly, if he sees this, this shouldn't surprise him either. I have a lot of questions at this point. I do. And rightfully so. Because I know what he is. When someone says, I can't help it, this is just the way I am, after they just were up your ass for 3.5 weeks, okay, well, that's what you showed me, and now this is what you are. This is what you are. Not that, what you showed me, this is what you are. Well, they said that when they did the autopsy, they did do an autopsy on her, from what he told me, and they found that she did have a blockage, a heart blockage. But who knows? I'm going by what I was told. That's all. That's all I know. My gut tells me other, but I can't speculate. I know. And you want to know what? Guess what I was feeling? That's why I called my shaman on Sunday and Monday when I was like, I just want to give up. I want to just sell all my shit, pack all my tarot cards up, and say the hell with this. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Faith was extremely concerned about me. And then I'm like, I need to see my shaman. Yep, but he's pretty well blah. He's pretty well liked in this community. So he says. Like I said, he was a firefighter and an EMT. Eagle Scout. Should have known he was a Dallas Cowboys fan. Mystical Dimples. Just kidding. Mystical Dimples is actually from the... I love you, kid. But, like I said, I can make jokes now. I got all kinds of jokes. So does the Eagles. They're not any better. So, they're not any better. The NFC East, nobody wants to win that division. So, and that's another thing. Like, he actually had bought us tickets. We were supposed to go to watch the Eagles game. Oh, yeah. He ordered tickets, and then he said he was going to sell them. We were supposed to watch the Eagles-Dallas game. Yeah. So, well, I guess we're not going to go do that on the 22nd of December now, are we? Well, I don't know how much money this is all going to cost me with my divorce, and I don't know what she's going to do, and... I was excited, but what are you going to do? Well, I didn't go year after year. This is 3.5 fucking weeks. God's allowing me to be tested. This was a test. And I think I passed. Let's get off that subject. Hello? How you doing, OG Lightworker? I know some people are like, you gotta love the narcissist. No. No, you don't have to love the narcissist. And no, we don't have to put up with their bullshit. OG Lightworker. OG Lightworker. Guess what? Guess what I found out? the newest person I was dating is in fact, guess what? And I'm not even mad. That's amazing in itself. I'm not talking shit. I'm just telling the truth. I don't want anybody to be mad at him. And I'm not, they can't help their disorder. That's one thing we have to understand. They honestly, they cannot help what they do. They can't help the discard phase. They can't help what they do. So, it's how they function and it's how they roll. So, why get mad about it? Yep. No love, just indifference. I'm not mad. I'm just glad that I didn't waste even a month on him. Well, okay, trying to figure this last part out. Yeah, it was a little over a month. But I'm glad that it wasn't like it didn't go a long period of time. I didn't put up with a whole bunch of abuse. It's like they can't stay around. They can't. They can't be around me for long periods of time. They have to run. I wonder why that is. Why do they have to run? Maybe it's because of what I carry. Because they're about to be exposed. When shit started to get ugly with the ex that he wasn't expecting, which I don't know if he, what he was expecting. This girl, he tried to confuse. And it's like I said, I'm probably going to find out he's been fucking around with other people. I'm probably going to find that out because it's what they do. So that might bring up a whole different emotion. But am I shocked? No. Wait, well, he didn't scurry away from the light at first. He love bombed the shit out of it. I don't understand what he thought he was gonna get from me. They're drawn to the light. And then when exposed, or they start exposing themselves, or they know they're about to be exposed for their malicious ways of... He did tell me he was going into a dark place in his mind. He told me that the other week because of all the worry and all of that stuff with his getting divorced, the custody papers, well, not even custody papers, hang on, I'm trying to pull this through, the child support papers and the alimony. That really pissed him off. But he actually, and then he tried to tell me they didn't give him what they didn't. Okay. How many of you have gotten child support before and dealt with domestic relations? I want to know. Show of hands. How many of you guys had a meeting about child support with domestic relations through the court system? I agree with you, Pyrite Indigo Seer. Yes, absolutely. They are stuck in that spot. If you've dealt with domestic relations and you have a domestic relations hearing or a spousal support hearing, you find out the same day. They do the math right there, and you know what you pay them. Because I asked him yesterday, how did it go? What is the amount that they're saying that you need? He won't know for 10 more days. That didn't sit well with me. I dealt with domestic relations and the child support stuff. You find out right there and then. And he said, well, I can prove that she's been vindictive. So there's I can prove now that she's been vindictive. I know what his income is, he told me. Well, she wants both. She wants both, spousal support and child support. And it's his kid. So like I said, they're both narcissists. Railing on each other. And I'm actually getting to watch it. It's kind of funny, to be honest with you. But what pisses me off is like where I think I'm upset, if any part of it I could be upset, is I feel like he used me as an excuse or as a catalyst to get out of his marriage. No, she's not the kid's. No, the kid's biological mother is the one who had the heart attack. But because she helped raise him, and he allowed her to adopt him, like an idiot. She can file for child support. Yes, she did legally adopt. Yep, she did. So, that's his own dumb fault. He's an idiot. Yeah, he did. He screwed himself. And, it's like God telling me last night, like, you really weren't involved in that? Yes, she does have rights. Even though she's extremely abusive herself. And I'm not saying that to stick up for him, because he's a narcissist too. But they should just try and work it out and just, for real. I mean, those kids, I feel bad for the kids. I do. I feel bad for the kids that are having to deal with it. It is a hot mess. And the fact he got me caught up in his hot mess, he's going to feel, wish he never did. Because now I know what he is, too. I'm the wrong person to get caught up in your hot mess. It's like, who do you think you are? And do you not know I have a worldwide YouTube stage? You idiot. And I expose people all the time. I rip off their masks. Masks. There's a new word. I rip off their masks. And I ripped his off right last night. Said, I know what you are. When he said, I can't help it, it's just the way I am. Because that's not the person I saw. I agree. They should. Well, those kids are screwed. And I feel bad for them. I really do. But then again, they've been dealing with it since day one anyway. So this is nothing new. What upsets me is my daughter and everybody else was buffaloed and liked him. He's perfect for you. No, he's not. That kind of triggered me when I knew what he was, and that was a little bit of a trigger. It's like, perfect for me. How? He's a fucking narcissist. You don't just go and ignore somebody that you just have been spending the last month with practically every damn day. So I knew something was really wrong, And I'm pretty sure it's because he has new supply. And I'm pretty sure it is supply at work. Hush hush. Or from his old job, one of the two. I think his ex-wife was 100% correct on that. She knew some things that I did not know. And she did not tell me. And does contact me. Because even though she's a narcissist too, I guess you could say. Yeah. And I told him last night, I said, I already fucking know you're talking to someone else. And no answer is no answer. And then when he would text me 3-4 hours later and say, I'm sorry, I've just been busy running around. I only got 2 hours sleep. I'm so tired. Da, da, da. And yeah, I get that. I get that. But what I don't get is, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, this is about winning. This isn't about what's best for those kids. This is about winning for them. And that's sad. It's about winning. This isn't about what's best for the kids. This is about winning. Can't sit there and argue with me. I already know. And I feel sorry for them, to be honest with you. I do. Because they're caught in the middle of it all. And probably going to end up turning into exactly what they grew up with. Because all they hear is fighting and bickering back and forth. And trauma. They've been traumatized. So I have a lot of compassion for that. I do. I have a lot of compassion for the kids. Because they're going to be the ones that actually are going to suffer through it. Because it's about winning. It's not about doing the right thing. Yeah, I do agree. I agree that a child needs a father and they need a mom in their life. But they need a child, or they need a father and a mother in their life that's not going to put winning ahead of, they can't put their pride aside for the sake of the kid or the kid's well-being. And that makes me want to puke. Just put it that way. Yep. Well, and the other one, his oldest, it was the same fucking thing with that ex-wife. So the ex had went through this before. Well, I'm not saying that all the qualities that my ex possesses are bad just because he just has he goes into preservation mode and he turns covert narcissist. He's a covert narcissist. When he's threatened, it comes out. When his money or his livelihood is threatened, it comes out. He could sit there and say it's all about the kids. No, it's about winning. Because if it was all about the kids, he'd just want to pay her what she as they're so loud outside. He just want to pay her trying to think here. How do I want to do this? He'd want to get it over with as quick as possible. And he just want her out of his life. Not about winning. And it's not about bringing other people into your fucking third-party situations either. Like I said, and he even made the comment that I made it easier for him to leave. So that pissed me off right there. I just made it easier for him to get out. Because now her finding out about me caused her to file. Well, now he's losing because, yep, like, I could find somebody else. I don't need you. Type of grandiose attitude. And I am a prize. I mean, let's all just put that out there. Just kidding. But I am. So, all right, Dustwalker 73. I mean, I know who I am. That's what set it off. You're right. That set her right off. Is her seeing me. Her finding out about me, her knowing about me. And you want to know what? That was the night at the movie theater where it just so happened she was standing outside the bathroom on her phone when we walked past. And it was his idea to go to the movies. And it's funny because she was there getting shit out of the house that day. I'm wondering if it wasn't a setup. That's what I said. Why don't you file? No, she's the one who left. She should file. I was told to let her file. I don't know. If he would have filed, he could have been the one to file for child support and alimony. I guess there's only like a $250 income difference between the two of them. So he said that he can prove that she's being vindictive and that she don't need it. That the only reason that she's filed for the child support or the maybe that has to do with the alimony. I don't know. He really didn't talk to me. So I just made it easier for him to get out of his marriage. That's all I did. So congratulations for using me. And now you're going to get fucked by the universe in the hardest way you've ever been fucked. Enjoy that. Because nobody screws with God's kids. And not, especially when they're trying to do the right thing and they're on a path. And without consequences. Oh, yeah. And they're both spending money on all this money on these lawyers. They can't just come up with a nice little natural solution. It's about winning. They can't just agree to a price because it's about winning with these people. That was another red flag. Yesterday, that was another red flag for me. I'm like, oh. Because usually you find out right there what the set price is going to be. I knew the same day. Yeah, they couldn't come up with an agreement. But he can prove that she did this just to be vindictive. Oh, you can. Okay, well, you prove that she's being vindictive. So I was used as a tool to prove her vindictiveness. Yep. As I was being used, let's get this right here. I was used as a tool to prove that she's vindictive. What you all gonna think God's gonna think about all that? To get her to file. I was used as a tool to prove she's vindictive. He used me to piss her off, to get out of his marriage, and so he doesn't have to pay. Like, I don't know how much he really read into this, but I've read into it pretty good. I mean, I was on to him pretty much. I watched. Kept on saying, you slacker, you don't show up in the least. I'm out. And I meant that. And he knew that. So when everything got filed and he knew he was getting child support papers and all this shit was about to hit the fan, he bolted. So he could sit there and say, we're not even together no more. Yep. He used me to make her jealous. And to cause her to freak the fuck out. To cause her to file for divorce and everything else. It's a War of the Roses. I don't know either. I think he knew that she was going to, I don't know what he thought. He honestly thought she was seeing someone else too, so he said. But, and actually I think she is. I think she's just being on the low about it. I'm positive she is, actually. She's just being smarter about it and on the low. He wanted to trigger her into action so she would go file. I was his road to getting out of his marriage. Quicker. He told me, like I said, he said, now you help speed up the process. It's like, well, why don't you just go file? Nah, I'll let her file. My ex-husband did the same thing. What they think? Wait. This was a way to get her to go file. And I honestly think, like I said, he, oh, there it is. He used me to make her jealous. So, congratulations. And then he gave me the silent treatment after everything was filed and everything's underway. So that way he can go back to the court and say, I can't even be in a relationship. She caused us all kinds of grief and caused us to break up. And I'm not even with that girl no more. And yep. Well, now he's going to pay the consequences. Because I don't think the universe, you don't want to do that right now with people. This is a bad time for screwing with the divine feminine. I'm just telling you. It's not a good time to be screwing with divine people. But apparently he needs some for kind of karma. So enjoy that. Because you're about to get it. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. I mean, even he sits there and says even his kids. But if you care about the kids, you don't put them through this. You don't do that. I'm trying to make it as least painful on my kids. Really? Because I don't see that. It could have been completely avoided. And then he gets me caught up in it. And you get me caught up in your drama? That's the last thing you want to do. And it's one of the things I kept on saying. I'm divinely protected. Nobody understands. Fucking with me means you're fucking straight with God. So, as long as, you know, you're on my good side or whatever, we're good. I mean, there were some things that I've listened to last night where they'll sit there and say stuff about certain things and then blame you and say, well, you brought this on yourself, instead of being a loving, caring, looking you in the eye and being like, I understand. They'll actually blame you and say, you did this, you brought it on yourself. Yes, they do. So instead of should have done it this way, just like telling me to not comment anymore on the whole stuff, which I did get away from it because it was hurting me with this, what the people were saying or still saying in the drama around here with baby Arabella. Like, there's still bullshit with that, and I'm just kind of like over it. Done over it. Like, I don't want to hear about it no more. I'm going to see if I can pick her up on the ghost box, and if we have to cross her over, we will. So that's what I plan on doing anyway. Those are too close together. Well, yes, they do. They sure do. They don't give the full story, ever. Only parts that they want you to know. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I was set up that night at the movies. They don't care how it affects other people. According to him, he only cares about his kids. No, he don't. If you only cared about the kids, they wouldn't be having to be drugged through court. You could come to a nice agreement. You didn't have to be an asshole about it. And you didn't have to drag me into it. Guess what? I've said it a bazillion times. When someone needs karma, usually God brings them in my life. Because there's some for kind of karma that needs dished out. This is what people don't understand. That's what I had said. I'm not used to like all the fighting and bickering. Like, I'm used to being able to negotiate with my ex. Like, me and my ex negotiated things like adults. And I even told him, I'm like, I'm not even really mad at you. Like, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not even really mad at him. A little bit disappointed, but I'm not really mad at him. It's what they do. I can't expect any less. Like I said, all I gotta do is say is, When someone needs karma, usually God brings them in my life. And it seems like I'm not the person really to, I'm the catalyst, okay? I'm not the person to give them the karma. I'm just a catalyst of it. So it's like, oh my God. Heidi, if he's on your Facebook, please take him off. But he's saying it's all about his kids. It's all about his kids. Well, if there's one person that I know that is excellent with kids and has child clearances, state and federal clearances for child abuse, all that stuff, it's me. I've studied juvenile delinquency. I have a freaking degree in it. Hi, Yvonne. So, Faith messaged me on Messenger. Who's the last one? Oh, yeah, Dwayne. Duh. Who's I am? So, yeah. Are y'all impressed that I'm not like flipping out? That I'm calm? Because I kind of knew it. I already knew. It's why I didn't chase. It's why I sat and watched. It's why I, he tried to this whole thing was, he tried to trauma bond through his, I don't know what, no, I don't know. He's a moron. That's all I have to say. He's stupid. Because I warned him. I warned him from the day he took me out on the date. But his ex-wife was insistent. Hey, Summer, how are you? She was pretty insistent. He was dating other people. He was seeing somebody. And she thought it was me. And I'm like, sweetheart, I have only been seeing this guy for a week. That's it. So I'm pretty sure there were other women. Or there are. Because he's such a nice guy. I'm doing okay. I went to my shaman. I'm telling you. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't get to sleep until like 4:30 in the morning. And then, the nun came up with her thing, and I was listening to her, and I was like, oh, man, this is my story. And she's like, I hope this is none of you going on. I'm thinking, this is exactly what's going on with me. Nun, you got me again. How in the hell are you in my energy all the time? Because she's the nun, and she's the West Coast, and I'm the East Coast. And that's how we roll, and she knows. Well, that would have been 6 a.m. for me. I was sleeping by then. But, yeah, he asked me, he's like, the other day, just please don't talk shit. Don't talk shit? Why would I talk shit? Oh. Yeah, I did. I watched it as soon as it came out. Everybody say hi to Summer. She was just messaging me. She's like, so, well, another narc. I've been getting really strange phone calls, too. I don't answer those numbers I don't know. And it's interesting because everybody still has, I told everybody, call me on this cell phone. I did. Actually, God saved my ass in this. This wasn't me dodging no bullet. This was my intuition. This was me taking a step back. I did everything right this time instead of rushing into a relationship. And yeah, I did like him, but I was watching. I was watching, and I didn't suck his ass at all. Now, here at the end, I was kind of like, why did you change? Like, what happened? Like, what is going on with you? I don't understand. Like, 2 weeks you were fine, and then boom, you just did a 180. I'm sorry, that's just the way I am, and that's just the way it is right now. No, and then I let him have it. No, you are a narcissist, and so is your ex-wife. I now figured you out, and I'm ripping your mask off, so you know that I know what you are. I've been studying you. Whether or not you realize it, just like I did with my exes, I studied the pattern. You fit the pattern to a T, 100%. So guess what you are, and I know what you are. And I'm not mad. You go ahead, narc. Be a narc. Don't worry, I will let everybody know you're a narcissist. He's such a nice guy, according to everybody else. And he can be. He is, unless you're dating him. He is until he starts triangulating and trying to get one over on somebody else. He is until his mask slips. And his mask started slipping, and it's why he didn't come around. Because the vindictive side started to show, and I started to see it. I started to see the vindictive side. Somebody, hang on a minute. Sorry. I started to see the vindictive side of him, and he didn't like it. He did not like that. He didn't want me to see that side of him. That's why he stayed away, and that's why he probably would have hoovered back in a month or two after everything calmed down. Oh, triangulation like a sucker. He ain't gonna triangulate me. I already saw it. I already saw the triangulation. Like I said, I would have loved to have gone down and talked to his wife about all this, but knowing that she's another one of these, or she's just really traumatized, but no, I think that I'm positive she's a narcissist too. I just think that she's a smarter, well, no, she knows this guy better than anybody probably. She's been with him for 8 years. Oh my gosh. That's one hell of a dream. Poor dear. Scary. I've been putting together some charm shocker bracelets, so yeah, we have not talked or saw each other in well over 2 weeks. So he was only in my life for 3.5. And like I said, he went radio silent. Who does that? Who does that? Talks to you every day, calls you, lets you know when they get to work, lets you know, comes straight here right after work, brings you breakfast, makes you food, has you come up for dinner, takes you out to dinner, goes and gets your nails done, goes and gets you a new cell phone, buys you flowers, buys your mother flowers. brings a turkey to give to your family for Thanksgiving. Gives me really nice shoes for my daughter. He said if she couldn't wear them, I could, but I gave them to her. Gave me a picture of his son. Three and a half weeks, all that. Fixes my plumbing, which I'm grateful for. Helped me down at my rental a little bit. Met the gas guys there. Would buy me dinner all the time, buy me food, constantly be asking if there was anything that I needed, and then boom, no communication, none. And I've never asked for a damn thing from him. I did say about, I offered to pay him for fixing my plumbing, and he did a lot for me. That's why I can't be mad. That's really why I can't be mad. I just don't understand the reasoning behind why he did it, though. That's the hard part of what I'm trying to wrap my mind around is you show all this attention and care and like you want to be around somebody to nothing. No calls, no text, nothing for days unless I message him. Nothing. That tells me that he has new supply. Or there's something else going on. Like there's that's definitely narcissistic traits. It's love bomb, idealize, devalue, discard. Idealize, devalue. I happened once. Idealize, love bomb. Actually, it was love bombing straight into discarding. Silent treatment. Because I gave him hell one night because of how little he was talking to me. I said, you're acting different. You're acting strange. I don't know what your problem is, but there's something that doesn't feel right about all this. That's my trap too. I think that's a Pisces thing. Well, I know that I was used as a pawn for him to be able to get out of his marriage. That's part of it. I was the pawn, the catalyst for her to go file for divorce and to make her jealous. I was the catalyst. So, congratulations. No problem. And now when she sticks it to you, I don't want to hear it. What happened? I found out Dwayne's a narcissist. That's what happened. I kind of knew. I was putting two and two together. I was watching the whole time. And there was just certain events that would happen. Yes, I did. And I meant that. I wanted to send him peace. And here's the thing. Even with doing that for him, whether it landed on him or not, it's like, it's biblical. If you send peace out and they don't accept it, it'll come back to you. So that meditation, take it for yourself. Take that you are shielding yourself. So I was exuding love, and I still am. But I'm not going to be used as someone's pawn. Okay. Well, it's a really good meditation. It's a white light protection. So, and like I said, I would sit here and I'd be listening to high vibing pastors like this. Like Stephen from High Vibing Church. Oh yeah, here's Divine Feminine. I was re-listening to it again after I woke up. But hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it. I'll show you the type of stuff that I was listening to while he's laying here trying to sleep. And I didn't give a shit. It was my house. But even people like myself who have been studying this stuff for 10 years, as long as we catch it early, they're going to be out there narking. We can't beat ourselves up for trying. Well, we can't even beat ourselves up for going around the cycle a few times just to make sure. I already know at this point. I'm not dumb. He lost his chance with me ever again. So that's the way that goes. And y'all know when I said it with AJ, I meant that. Was I lying? When I said I was done with AJ that last time, done. Was I lying? Did I get back with AJ? I said I'm saying the same thing with this guy. So if he watches this, it's fucking over. So don't come hoovering. Don't come crawling back apologizing, thinking that you're going to get in my head again. Because I already know what you are. And I amassed your ass. And I did it because I don't want you at this point. Now I don't. I tried. You did it to yourself. And we all know that narcissists are manipulative abusers. They can turn violent. However, this guy, he's like a big teddy bear, but like, I think he could be violent in his speech. I think he could be very verbally abusive. I saw that. So, we don't need none of that up here either. I mean, I can be verbally nasty too, but with provoked, I'll fight back. But I think he does it just to do it. Like I said, and even when I got with him, I sort of wasn't myself anyway. It's kind of weird. Trying to find this guy. Steven. There he is. I listen to stuff from this guy. Or Perry Stone. I listen to this one.
The results strongly support that these beings are not closely related.
I wanted to speak about that because everybody in the room has a Lazarus. It is that located part of your life where you thought God would. It could be a help that you expected emotionally. It could be a help that you expected relationally.
And I've already watched this.
It could be, what did his name mean? One whom God helps. And what did the sisters say when they sent for him? The one that you love. It is a direct contradiction of their expectation and an apparent contradiction of Christ's character. that because he loved them, and he didn't just love Martha, and he didn't just love Mary, he loved Lazarus. And I don't know if you've read the whole story before, but after he says Lazarus won't die, Lazarus dies. The Lazarus factor. It is that sometimes the exact opposite of what you thought God would do based on who you knew him to be happens in your life. And everybody has a Lazarus. Everybody wanted to play college baseball and tore their meniscus. I don't even know what a meniscus is, but I hear people say they tore it. Everybody has an ideal of what they thought a relationship would be until you discovered there were some things about them that did not show up on the third date, or the fourth date, or the fifth date, or the sixth date, or the seventh date. You didn't see those crazy eyes, did you? Until y'all shared a blender. Oh, when you start sharing stuff in a house, you find out. Now, I'm using trivial things here because if we think about it in too epic of a fashion, you won't allow yourself to locate your Lazarus. If we don't speak in a specific fashion about those little things that disappoint us, those little Lazarus, those little things that we bury, those little hopes that were crushed, those little dreams that were stripped of their meaning and potential, those little moments that were stolen by what people did or said, those little doors that were closed right when you were trying to walk through them. If we don't break it down specifically, you will keep it out here at a distance, because that's what we always do to God when we are disappointed. We put him at a distance and we allow him to come no closer. And I'm going to show you in the text.
Get down,
that's
Jack.
exactly what the sisters did when they lost their Lazarus. What do you do when you lose your Lazarus? What do you do when God leaves you unread? What do you do when he listens to you pray but decides apparently to stay 2 days away until the messengers come and say, it's too late. Lazarus, the one you love, has been laid to rest. The Lazarus factor. And now Jesus has some explaining to do, because he said he wouldn't die, and then he waited 2 days, and then he died. I'm smiling not because the story is happy, but just because I know the outcome. You hear me? I'm smiling because I've only read up until verse 6 right here in front of you, but I read to verse 44 all week. As a matter of fact, I'm smiling about something that I read in verse 2. I want to show you this real quick. It says in verse 2, this Mary, whose brother Lazarus now lay sick, was the same one who poured perfume on the Lord and wiped his feet with her hair. Can I tell you something? That doesn't happen until chapter 12. It's a flash forward. Y'all been watching This Is Us? It's a flash forward. Is to let us know that even though Lazarus dies, his story does not, because this same Mary who is disappointed in chapter 11 is going to be worshiping in chapter 12. Now go ahead and make up your mind. I'm going to be worshiping in chapter 12. I'm going to be worshiping next Monday. I'm going to be worshiping no matter what happens in this deal, this dilemma, this trial. This saturation point is only going to serve to release greater glory. In my life, in my family, in my generation, in my bloodline, there will be glory. I declare it and decree it by the eyes of faith.
So, what he meant for my evil isn't gonna work. Not at all. I'm not even mad, like I said. It's what they do. So I can't be mad. It's how they roll. He just exposed himself. Demons expose themselves. When he said it's just the way I am, that's a demon. Just how that wasn't how you were 3 weeks ago. You weren't saying this is the way I am 3 weeks ago. You were downstairs actually 3 weeks ago making me and my daughter homemade chicken noodle soup because we weren't feeling well after working a 12-hour shift. This is just the way I am. Ignoring you. Doing a 180. No. That's not a good enough answer for this girl. That's just the way I am. Nope. Now this is the way you are. Because this is how you always were. Well, my daughter wasn't feeling well before she got here. Me, I was exhausted probably because of dealing with him. So, yes. Energy vampires. Which is why I didn't spend a whole lot of time with him outside of here. He would bug me to go and do things with him. And I never really wanted to. I'd tell him no all the time. If he wanted to see me, he had to come here. If he wanted to do something, he had to come here. If he wanted to hang out. Once in a while, I went up to his house in a matter of like a month, like twice for dinner. And the first time I went up there, I was only up there for a little over an hour. And I started getting a headache. Red flag. Huge red flag. Running into his ex at the movies. Huge red flag. Dipping out when Arabella passed. Huge red flag. Yep. And listening to the little things he would say and how he'd talk about his ex. Huge red flag. Because I had even said to him, how much do you hear me talk about my exes? All you hear me say is, yeah, I've dealt with a lot of narcissists, so I know what they look like, I know what to look for. They're evil fucking people. He would call his wife he would call her a succubi. She's a succubus. Well, you're the male version of that. Molly. Stop. And Jack, you're laying on all my stuff here. This is what happens when I try and do jewelry, and then I have somebody come up here and lay all over and knock all of my stuff all around. Yes, you. So, those were the type of stuff, those services that you got to hear, was the exact sermons I was listening to as he was laying next to me in bed sleeping. I didn't go lower vibe. I kept God first. And I told him, oh yes, I told him there will be nothing that comes between me and my relationship with God. And there was times where he'd want to come up here and he would just come up. There was times where I was finishing my daughter's bedroom and I told him, don't come up here. I'm busy. And kind of offended him. But, whatever. He was up my ass 24/7. And I think he figured it out that I don't need him. I don't need somebody. I went and did her whole room myself. He offered to help, and I said, no, I'm good. I got this. I've painted my whole fucking house. I don't need you. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care at this point. Whatever. Good luck for him and whoever his next victim is. That's all I have to say. Because I know he's one to another person. Because there ain't no narcissist that I know that just isolates himself and isn't talking to other people. None. They always have backup supply. Always. And because I probably wasn't giving him the grade A that he was used to, kissing his ass and, you know, making his wife jealous all the time because that's hardly ever there. He would come here for an hour or so before he'd go to work, and he'd come here almost every day after he'd get off of work, bring me breakfast sandwich, make sure that I ate, and all of that stuff. Like, he was good to me in that part. Okay, enjoy. Have a good day. Stay narc free. Have a narc free day. I'm probably gonna go get my nails done later. I was gonna sit here and make jewelry, but apparently somebody has another plan. My beads went everywhere. I'm gonna have to pick them up, reorganize. I did start a bracelet, but where's it at? Yeah, you're laying on my stuff. Like, legit, he's laying on my stuff. So you got kitty, this stuff has kitty love all over it. And I had everything already organized and laid out, and he goes and lays on it all. Yeah. Doggone cats. So yeah, I'd sit right next to him. Yeah, that's Jack, it's a he. Yes. And it was funny because I was very, like, I was starting to, over the weekend, I was really starting to freaking just go down in my head. And I was like, all right, I'm taking on, is this my energy or is this somebody else? I needed to go see my shaman. I made a appointment with him and I lost a whole day. I kid you not. I lost a whole day. I have no freaking clue what happened to what Wednesday. Gone. Tuesday, gone. Monday, gone. Well, Monday I went and did run. But what happened to Tuesday, I have no freaking clue. And I went and saw my shaman. I have no clue. Because I really started to get down and feel like I was in despair. And it's because he had a fucking attachment to me that got removed. Yeah, I did. Because I didn't want to. Yep. Well, and he was ignoring me and I couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't put my finger on it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And what did I do this time? And then I'm sitting there thinking, I didn't do anything. I've been consistent the whole time. He knew where I stood from day one. I told him I like my alone time. I was taking time out to process. And I knew, by the way I was feeling, that he was attached. There was an attachment. And I was feeling what he was able to suck my energy. I'm like, Mr. Shaman, got to figure this out here. And we went real deep. He did an extraction, and they're like a 2-hour session, man. I suggest he does it remotely too. So if anybody is still struggling with anything that you're still trying to get over, he can do it like I'm talking to you. You could do it through Skype. You could do it through Facebook Messenger. Just like I do cord removals, he does his stuff. So it's worth it. He's the one who keeps me clear, so I can get you guys clear. I don't know. And like I said, I'm not going to say, I'm not even, okay. Many of us feel shame and guilt and all that other shit that kind of creeps in when you're dealing with these people, and especially after you've dealt with multiple and then it happens again and you're like, I can't believe I fell for that again. Well, when someone comes in and treats you right and love bombs you, it's when you continue the cycle over and over and over again. and not recognize, put a stop to it. I shouldn't feel no shame for getting involved with somebody who was very caring and loving and manipulative at first, and I didn't. My senses were picking up on it, but we always try to give people the benefit of the doubt as empaths. However, I do pull back. Hang on a minute. I'm going to read all of them again. Yeah. Summer, excuse me. I'll read what you then said. But Summer was almost hit a deer the other week. And her man saw it first and actually took it out. So that it wouldn't, Summer has a very nice car. She has a Ford Mustang, like a beautiful Ford Mustang. And that would have, if she hit a deer with that car would have been totaled. And who knows, it was a big deer. So her boyfriend took it out with the truck. Because it's like he knew the instinct. He's a Scorpio. He has instincts. Yeah, Summer told me about that. I mean, with him being a Scorpio and having that instinct, it's like he knew. So that she would be safe. It was kind of bizarre how she explained it, and I was like, and then you mentioned about the deer. That kind of makes sense. I'm glad that you could that was a message for you, Summer. Now, OG Lightworker. I gotta read your comment. I wonder if that's how these individuals feel, trapped in the mind and trained. If the entity takes over and the human narcissistic vessel that hosts it and develops some sort of tolerance to it. Well, most narcissists don't know that they're narcissists, first off. Nor will they admit they are. And nor will most people, especially if they're covert, expect that that person is, because they all expect them. Like I've heard from my kid, he's such a nice guy. I wish that you two could really work it out. Like, and he did show a lot of care and a lot of love to everybody else. But his real mask came off with me. His true mask was ripped the fuck off. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what he has to say. I don't care what anyone else tells me at this point. I know what I know. I've dealt with these people enough to know that he was good at first. He changed. People don't just go from being caring and loving to never talking to you ever again without giving, most of the time, the person a warning. You know, he did try and say, well, I'm going to back off for a while. Backing off and not seeing, just not even caring, not even bothering, not even, he went from complete Romeo to absent. Especially when I needed him the most. And then, because I've never asked him, this was the other thing he tried to project. I've never asked him really to do anything for me. There was a few things, yes, like, do you mind going down to the rental to meet the guys down there? I'm not feeling that great. Or, you know, he offered to fix my plumbing. And I was even kind of annoyed about that, but it's fixed and I appreciate it. I've never asked him to buy me anything. He just did it. So I don't want to hear shit. I don't know why he put me on his cell phone plan. I have no clue about that one. If he knew he was going to pull this shit, that makes me wonder why he would go and put me on his cell phone plan and buy me a new cell phone. Why would he do that? If he knew that he was just going to discard me. Well, how's he controlling? Because he ain't controlling nothing. Yeah, they were going pretty fast. Like I said, he ain't controlling shit. He couldn't control me. Well, I think God knew I needed a new cell phone. And I don't technically need cell phone service. I just needed a new device. Well, those things he left here are in the trash. Those things he left here are in the trash. Shirt, picture, everything gone. Anything that had his energy on it? Yep. Gone. Trash. Goodbye. Nope, he didn't. And he had said about the one thing he had said about the cell phone at the end. Put your cell phone in your mailbox or put it in mine. I said, you ain't getting this fucking thing back. That's your own fault. Thank you for the gift. Sorry. You can shut the phone line down. I don't care. But you ain't getting the phone back. Not for the emotional bullshit you just put me through. Nope. I don't need your cell phone. I got this. That people still have this cell phone number. Hardly anybody even has this cell phone number. So the only time it rings is if it's for Joyce. Whoever Joyce is. I don't know. Maybe that's his new woman. I don't know why he wanted this cell phone back so bad. Maybe he wanted to give it to somebody else. Well, guess what? Fuck you, bitch. You ain't getting it. This is my phone. You bought it for me for a gift. You ain't getting it back. And I never want to see you again. And I don't need this cell phone number. I did say about paying 2 months on it. I don't even want to see him. Do not triangulate back to martyr. Yes, they do. They'll use anything to triangulate. They can triangulate you with a fucking garbage can if they wanted. I had one ex try and triangulate with me with his fucking cat. I love animals. I don't know what the hell you're doing. So, that's pretty much what I want to tell you. Yep. Yeah. That bitch won't pay me now after I... Yeah, I'm not giving him I'm not giving him a cent. He's never going to see me again. I don't go into Walmart anyway. That is a good one. I'm going to Walmart anyway. I hate that fucking store. And I made it quite well. Well, I was struggling. He knew that. He knew I struggled with money. But that's not going to be a factor for much longer. Look how much stronger I've got over the past year. And how much easier I can bounce back after these relationships after I figure out what they are. And I don't even have resentment. Like, I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. And I have every right to be disappointed, but I'm not mad at myself. I'm not taking it out on myself. I don't hate him. I wish him the best. See you later. I don't need that crazy making shit or that drama in my life. Trust me, I can make enough drama for my own. Just by being on YouTube. That's enough drama. And I did nothing but be kind and caring and loving to the guy. So he screwed it up. He did it to himself. And I picked up on it. What are you going to do? The only thing, like I said, that's going to seem, nasty and vindictive is me not give back this phone. I did. And he knew I appreciated him. He would say it all the time on Facebook. How nice it feels to be appreciated by somebody. How nice it feels, unless he was talking about different sources of supply. But no. See you, Angel Team. I love you guys. Love you, Goddess Gifts. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Before you get off here. Because this is a major feat for me. Not to get pissed. And not just to fly off the handle. And just detach from the whole situation and just be done. It's when the flying monkeys start. That's when I don't need that shit. So any flying monkeys, they better stay away. So, you guys. Well, I figure since I had to go see a shaman that cost me money because of him, that's worth the 2 months worth of phone bills that I should be paying him. I had to go get my energy cleared because of him, which cost me what 2 months of my phone bill on here would be. Yep, if I keep this phone number, it'd be a lot cheaper on me, but then he could get it shut off at any given time, and I don't trust him at this point. He lost all of my trust. And I'll eventually go get a new cell phone. A new regular cell phone. But this is a great device to record on. And I don't need all I need is my Wi-Fi for that. So I don't need to take this outside my house, and I don't. I use it for recording my videos. That's it. You start. Use it for recording my videos. I use this to talk to people. So me paying $90 to keep 2 phones at this point ain't happening. He lost my trust. I had to go see a shaman, which is 2 months worth of what I would have been paying him. That I could have gave him that money. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. He doesn't want to show up in my house either. Because I will call the cops. And I might have said something to that effect last night, too. And you don't need that drama going while you're trying to get your kid. And every time, I kid you not, I could be thrown left-handed or right-handed. I kid you not. Look how far my garbage can is away from me. The last few things I threw in that garbage can, I have not missed. Not one. And it's a good 10 feet away from me. I just toss it and it goes in the garbage can. I'm spot on with everything I'm saying. The darts I'm throwing. That's a representation for me. And I'm throwing left-handed too. I mean, I'm good when I throw a right-handed, but when I'm throwing shit left-handed and it still goes in the garbage, it's like ridiculous. I started last night. It's like, what the hell do I have, like, superhuman? It's weird. Yeah, I didn't do nothing with my hair today. I woke up, threw on a shirt, because I usually don't sleep with clothes on. But, started working on my jewelry, and I figured I'd get on and tell y'all what transpired after I woke up. And I haven't been sleeping well again. I started getting on a nice little sleeping pattern and all this other shit, and then I dealt with him. So I gotta get my sleeping pattern back to normal again. Fucking douche. Thank goodness it only lasted less than a month. God's been good that way with me. They can't stick around. They can't. I start glowing up and they run. And I'll sit there and listen to God stuff all the time and tarot stuff, and it was constant. Because I don't watch TV. I didn't give a shit. This is my house. So he didn't get a whole lot of my attention. Yeah, I would talk to him and I did care, but oh, Jack, you're knocking everything over. And I tried to take it really slow with him, and he rushed it a lot, but which was another red flag, rushing the relationship. He was talking about me moving in with him. His wife's shit wasn't even out the door yet, and he was talking about me moving in with him. I'm like, no, not. I don't even know you that well yet. So don't be surprised if I come on here in a month or two and say he already has somebody living with him. Do not be surprised if I don't hear that through the grapevine. Because these people cannot be alone. We all know this. He could be sitting up there saying, oh yeah, I just need my alone time. And he did. He moved real fast. And that was a red flag. I noticed it. And that's why I made him come here. Well, if you're going to move fast, guess what? You're going to come here. Because I'm not running around doing shit with you. Or coming to your house and doing all this shit. Because I got shit I have to do here. But I'm still finishing up doing remodeling and stuff like that. And selling stuff and getting rid of stuff. And yeah, it was kind of bizarre. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. I guess I have to put my beads away. Because no matter where these beads are, he goes and lays on them. But I did say something about dropping before I actually really went through the thing, and I'm like, no, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No. And I looked up all the signs. He had 5 of the 7 5 of the 7 that he's a covert narcissist. Checklist, and you got to go through them. And it doesn't seem right, and it doesn't seem fair, and it seems like it sucks, but yeah. I saw him triangulate. I saw him project. He tried to sit there and say he couldn't give me what I needed. I've never asked you really for anything. You would say, do you need anything? Well, if you want to grab me toilet paper, I'll pay you when you get here. Because he was already at Walmart. Well, is there anything else you need? No. Want to grab me cat food? I'll pay you when you get here. He never would take the money. Is there anything else you need? Grab me a 6-pack Mountain Dew. Wasn't like I gave him a grocery list of $200 worth of shit. And many times it was no. I don't want anything. Many times it was like, do you want to come up for dinner? And I'd sit home and eat ramen noodles instead of go have a homemade dinner with him. I went up there twice for dinner. I was like, I'm good. I'm staying home. I'm good. You go out and have dinner. Yep. You go out and have dinner with your son. Go have some time with your son. And then he'd sit there and say he couldn't give me what I needed emotionally. Okay. That's called projection, folks. When I never asked him for a damn thing anyway. I didn't ask to be put on his phone plan. He did that on his own. So, I didn't ask for him to take me to get my nails done. Surprise! I didn't ask him to take me out to dinner. Or first date. He said about going to a bar. I said, I don't do bars. Sorry. I don't drink. I don't get drunk. I don't go to bars. But if you want to take me to dinner, we can go watch the Eagles game somewhere. That's cool. And he's a Dallas fan. That's how that happened. So, and he love bombed the shit out of me. And I think her name's, I don't want to give her up, but she's a friend of mine on Facebook who's on my YouTube. And she knows how bad he love bombed me. And he friend requested a bunch of that was another red flag. He friend requested a bunch of my spiritual friends. Yes, he did. Heidi was one of them. Yep. So is Nora Lee. He also friend requested the Peace Dealer. Oh, yes, he did. He friend requested a bunch of... Ask Heidi. Heidi is on here. Mm-hmm. He friend requested a bunch of my friends. Yepper. Well, he talked to Nora Lee back and forth and said about how he found his soulmate and he's gonna tear my walls down and all this other bullshit. Oh, yes. And he didn't ask me if he could do that. He just did it. Oh, yeah, he even friend requested Mike. I said, well, don't expect to get a friend request back from him. I said, it took him a year to even accept me as a friend. So when he finds out about you, he definitely won't. No, you're not even close to spiritual. Not even close. So he's gonna see who you are and be like, I don't think so. Because you can only have 5,000 friends. Yeah, I do. Yepper. And that was like right before the whole Arabella thing. And he noticed as I started, it was that Monday my aunt started talking shit about me and the smoke reading thing. And then they took Arabella off of life support. And I went up to see Arabella on Thursday. And everything changed. I have not saw him since that day. The day they took Arabella off of life support. Yep. So that abandonment, he brought the abandonment trigger. Beginning of the end. Yep. And I haven't saw him in over 2 weeks. With hardly any communication. So I know that there's somebody else already that he has. He could sit there and fucking say, I'm just busy, I'm so tired, I only got 2 hours sleep, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Sure. You're fired. He's right. And then him saying about, well, I could prove that she's vindictive now. I could prove she's vindictive. What does that have anything to do with anything? I could prove you're vindictive too, because you used me so that she would get mad and nasty. So you pushed her to it. You guys triggered each other, so, and used me as a pawn in the middle, which I don't appreciate, but don't worry, God's got my back, and you'll regret doing that. Yes, exactly. He can play victim and project and be the victim. Yes, he's not no victim. The real victim here is his kids, who are being played as a chess piece. I don't even look at myself as a victim. I look at myself as the neutralizer. Call me the narcissist terminator. Terminated bitch. I'm your worst nightmare. These people don't understand this. They can use this in court too. I could care less. Yep. I might not have a psychology degree, but I got a sociology degree and I have a criminal justice degree, and I've dealt with narcissists for 8 years, and he's textbook and so is she. Neither one of those people really deserve I mean, yeah, I guess he can rear kids, but it's not going to be emotionally, well, he's going to turn those, they're both going to turn those kids, they're going to be traumatized. And what they're doing to each other is emotional abuse to those kids. So, that's who I feel bad about. I kept on telling him last night, take care of yourself, take care. And then I'm just, it all just clicked. It all just clicked. And I'm like, I went down the list because something drew me to that. And I'm like, yeah. Well, his one kid's 16 and a half. And he'll be pulling him into court too. So, yep. This is all about winning. This isn't about the kids. This is about winning. If it was about the kids, they would be able to sit down with and have a rational conversation about what is fair and what someone deserves to get, if anything. You know, like, not about, oh, I can prove that she's been vindictive now. And I can prove that you used me to make her get pissed off and be vindictive after what you just did to me. So if we want to go that route, buddy, we can go that route. All she got to do is look at this video, and I'm sure she will. I mean, I do know he was like, please just don't talk shit about me. This isn't talking shit. This is analyzing behavior, because I did work in behavioral health for a long time. And I do know the symptoms of narcissistic abuse. And I do also know how I feel after I deal with these people. And I do know they come across as he's a very charming person. And everybody thinks he's very, very nice. And he does come across extremely nice. Yep, I was wiped out. Yep. But he's been wiped out too. So I don't, who knows. Then again, he really wasn't sleeping. You want to know why? Because he's been up at nighttime reading up on laws on what he can do to make sure that she can't take his kid. That's what he's been doing. He's been studying. So it's all been about her. Yep. Yeah, and people don't get that. However, with my bands of protection, and then when I start glowing up, and there's some live streams on here where he actually gets on my live stream and is talking so sweet and kind. I'm not joking. He's love bombing me on live streams on here. It's hilarious. So actually, if I could find those live streams and go back to him, I could block him off my YouTube. And then he has no access. So that might be what I do right after I go off of here. Oh, yes. Let me see. I got another phone. I forgot. Let's see if I could find those live streams. It was like 1 or 2 when we first started dating. I did delete.
Guys, a little bit of an update.
I did delete the video. I did delete the video of me actually saying that I got into a relationship.
Then I met somebody.
See?
So I'm no longer single.
Now where is the live stream at though?
The only problem is he's allergic to cats. So that's a little bit of a problem.
Why isn't the
We
live
handle it
stream
pretty well,
coming up
though,
on
so
here?
I'm actually shocked. So
See if he shows up on my
You're the
live
guy with the
reading.
gun, the person who'd do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know that you could go to jail?
they want what's there. And I really feel like it's that social work sector and your emotional sector is the real. There's an unrest about this because you've been tripped up in the past, Sagittarius. You've been hurt in the past. Someone coming in trying to rock you, saying that they're gonna.
YouTube might wipe the chats out afterwards, not sure. No, I see the chats on some of these.
Guys, a little bit of an update. Then I met somebody. So I'm no longer single.
Sometimes they do.
The only problem is, guys, a little bit of an update.
That pisses me off. Because I'm pretty sure that was the one he got on. Where I say that I'm no longer single and it was October 31st. And it's not showing the live stream. But it does show the live stream on other ones. Let's see. See if he gets on this one. See, there's a live chat on this one. This one's late. What date was this? This was November 7th. So this was more closer to the Discord. Getting closer to that. The dreaded Discord. If he gets on
I don't
the...
know what's in this bath bomb, but with this USP seal, I know exactly what's in my Nature Made gummies.
But yeah, he gets up on my shit,
Why
so...
is my stuff getting blocked? Why is other readers who won't bow to the agenda getting their shit blocked?
See, all my live chats, except for that one where I know that he's on.
Then I met somebody. So I'm no longer
Come on, live chat.
the only problem is he's allergic to cats.
You know what?
I handle it pretty well though, so I'm actually shocked. So
I'm so confused. Maybe I'll be able to find the live stream at one point.
but there is people congratulating me. However, during my consult,
I don't know. It was on there, now who knows?
oh my goodness, and they all.
How do you highlight a name, by the way?
Molly.
And Epstein didn't hang himself. Oh, put at in front of name. Yes, that's how you highlight. The one live stream that I knew that he got on and started chatting, saying, professing his love for me on it. It's not on here. And there was a bunch of people in that live stream too. Nope. I believed it at first. He was pretty consistent. I told him, and I kept on telling him, you even ease up in the least bit. I'm done. I'm out. I don't know how much he thought he was going to get away from. Or get away with. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find a message. It would be in my old phone. Oh yes, message after message after message. Well, you guys want to hear the law of the love bomb? I will treat you like a queen. I'm old school. When's the last time a guy opened the door for you? I said my exes did that at the beginning too. Then it stopped and the disrespect started. I know. I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. She's moving more of her shit out, and I have the cable guy coming. I said, oh, dude, I'm telling you, I put it right out there. Hang on. Oh, this gets good. I sent him a video. I said, here, figured you may want to check this out. Good night. It was one of probably his Capricorn video. And he said, wish I could have stayed and cuddled. I said, well, I could have used some. And then he said, and I said, I know I could have used some. Or he said, I wish I could have stayed and cuddled. I said, yeah, I could have used some. I got busy doing stuff. And once I'm doing shit, good luck getting me in the mood to do anything else. And then he's starting to flirt. Oh, I'll get you in the mood. I'll carry your fine ass upstairs. And I said, well, you didn't. He said, just wait. I said, I've been waiting. Ha. He said, you're so damn cute. I'm glad you think so. And I sent him 2 funny pictures of me. He says, yes, I do. I miss you. Go figure. I said, yeah, I have to make something to eat and I'm tired. Don't feel like it at all. And then he says, are you putting love spells on me? I said, absolutely not. That's bad juju. And I said, we just kick it well, go figure. He says, I'm not understanding your text. Are you texting me by accident? Which was weird. I said, no, I just changed the subject too much. Stomach is growling. Food's on my mind. Then he hewed his head in the scouts. I said, but there's no such thing as love spells. I said, there is a such thing as love spells, no joke. Have a good night. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do about food. Be safe and have a good night. And then I sent him another tarot video. Said, listen to the cap thing. He said, that sounds like us. I said, no, that sounds like you and your wife. He said, Mary, go to the cap timestamp. He mentions about getting a divorce. He said, also mentions it's not who you were married to. It was 2 people meeting and working on creating a new relationship and helping each other forget the past. I said, I know. That's why I sent it to you. And then he butt dialed me. So then he says, so are you confessing your love and desire for me? I said, are you? He said, this stuff is freaking me out how close it is to what's happening. Makes you wonder. In time, I just might going pretty good so far. I said, I've been disappointed too many times to fall in love this quick, but I really do like you. And then he said, I was being a little funny using the word love. I said, it's a mutual feeling. And then he started sending me pictures. He's like, I was creeping your Facebook, needed a pic for my home screen. This is the one I picked. I said, that looks nothing like me anymore. He said, yes, it does. I said, I wore that to bartend one night like 6-7 years ago. Your eyes will be the death of me. Can wear it for me whenever you want. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'll just take you in your birthday suit. I sent him fire emojis with an angel. So I actually have a tattoo, and I always put it back. I actually have a tattoo in the back of my neck that says angel. And I said, my dad wanted to name me that, but I got it Lisa instead. He said, I saw that tat. I didn't take time to read it. I was a little preoccupied. I said, so did you tell your golfing buddies about me? He said, yep. Said we went out on a date. I said, were they like, no? The one said, I don't trust too much. He said, shit without thinking. He has her insurance policy. No, Dan just said, take it slow and don't be stupid. Who was the other one? He was saying about his buddy. He's not from around here. We met him up there. So, well, if you're putting me on your home screen, somebody's going to see it. And he said, who? I said, your kids, your ex-wife, your friends. He said, home screen, not lock screen. Well, you unlock that sucker and bang, there I am. So my ex will never touch my phone again. I know. I like it like that. You make me happy, not gonna ruin that. Oh, I said, yeah, but women get jelly when their man moves on. I don't want to be a rebound person. Suck. I'm reading, and this was from October 29th. You make me happy, not gonna ruin that. Mom mentioned that yesterday. Be careful. They could work things out. Says my mother. He says, I really like you. I said, I really like you as well. He said, I will not take her back. I said, I know, it just goes that way sometimes. Not happening. You're stuck with me, he said. Not happening. You're stuck with me. Love bomb. Love bomb. Love bomb. Love bomb. Love bomb. I said, are you sure you're ready for another relationship? Because no matter what, I said, I always want to get along with you no matter what happens. I don't want this to turn into something nasty. He says, yes, I think I am. We just need to take it as it comes and to be honest with each other. Just be patient with me. I will get this all wrapped up. I said, I like that I can be myself. I'm not changing for anybody. It took a long time to be able to just say, fuck it. I'm going to be myself. Get my emotions under control and let God bring in the right person. I'm only accepting in my life good people, and they are few and far between. Same here. I just want to be happy, except that potty mouth of yours, young lady. So, well, I've had to learn patience, but this young lady don't give a fuck. What you see is what you get. I can curb the language out of respect. Then he said about my mom saying stuff, but whatever. I said, unless I'm influenced by the spirit, my spirit guides, then I can't. He says, I know you will. I'm just picking. I said, my mommy also said, be careful because the papers weren't filed yet, let alone separated long enough. He said, don't listen to mommy, LMAO. Said, I'm good. I think we'll be fine. So do I. We're both adults here. And then he had said about my mom, I'll win her over. Just give me time. Then he came in with flowers and a turkey. I will treat you like a queen. I'm old school. When was the last time a guy opened the door from you? I said, that happens at the beginning. My ex used to do it all the time. All I'm asking is to be treated like the goddess I am. I deserve royal treatment, as does the man I'm with. And he said, count on it. So, well, I give her a hand. I put her stuff on the porch and say bye. Lock's changed. I would love to, but she still owns the house with me. I said, my ex-husband owns houses with me too, but he doesn't have a key. Well, the reason behind that is for inheritance purposes. Or I said about him. My ex-husband. I know he'd make it fair between the kids if anything happened to me. And then, of course, later on, I miss you. So, well, I come to see you. Not allowed, LOL. I like how you just snuggle up on me. Don't ever stop that. I love it. Yep. Okay, let me see about where things start getting juicy. Yipper. Just go to sleep alone. Not fair. I might just come down there for a bit and put a smile on your face. Well, you know where to find me. Yes, I do. Night, baby. Morning, baby. Then we start with the baby stuff. Sweet dreams, baby. Miss ya. Sent me a picture of him at work. Sent me a picture of his kids on Halloween. Sent me a whole line of pictures of him when he was a kid. Then it gets worse. I said about him being handsome. I said I was getting he asked what I was doing because I didn't answer the phone. I flipped out, hung up because some lady kept calling my phone. He said about me being one hot mama. Sorry, I was live on YouTube uploading readings. He put, can't stop thinking about you. You're so cute. PDA, love it. And it's just, he bought me this thing. I'm trying to see. Hearts and smiles. And then I mentioned about the weather getting cold. I'll try. I just wanted to stay with you. I know. Gotta do what you gotta do. I said, you seemed a little off today. You okay? I'm okay. It's just when my house is a mess, it puts me in a weird headspace. Plus, I quit. Oh, that was me. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't, he said about me being in a weird headspace. He seemed a little off today. That's because he was smothering me. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't me. I said, no, I'll let you know if it's you. But if you need to back up, please let me without getting upset. I've been so used to being alone for weeks at a time. It is different for me. So I'm not used to someone actually wanting to be around. I haven't had time to just meditate and chill. I will let you know when I need space. My relationship with God is the most important relationship in my life. I won't allow anyone or anything to ever come between that ever again. So you be patient with me as well. This is new to me. I've gotten out of some really messed up relationships and it really damaged me. I meet someone I like a lot, and it's quite scary for me. I just don't want to get hurt again. I've dropped a lot of things I loved to do to make other people happy instead of making my own self happy. I lost everything by giving a shit. By giving it all up for a relationship only to be left with nothing. So believe me, I want to continue to build with you. It's going to take some time for me to adjust being with someone again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thanks for letting me know, but I do want to be with you. It makes me very happy, so I hope you get used to it soon. I will work with you always and treat you like you've never been treated. I'm scared too, but I really like you. And then I go on another thing. Well, neither of us deserve to get hurt anymore. Da 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 da. Like you said, there's no rush and no worry. I wasn't looking when you found me, so this was a super surprise. And you do make me happy. And then he put all the smiley faces. All I do is think about you. Said, just don't let it distract you from your other I said to him, just don't let it distract you from your other responsibilities. I can't let it distract me from what I need to get done either. Until I know you're divorced, I'm going to protect my heart. Gonna let me in a little, I hope. And then he put, sleeping yet? I said, yes, I hear a fucking noise outside my house. And he called me at that point. And then he messaged me later on that morning, are you mad? I said, no. I said, I'm in shock. Because at that point, he actually put, we were in a relationship. And I said, if you want to make it public, I said, I was waiting for the notification. Don't, like, what the fuck? Now do you believe I want to be with you? I want to be fair with you, and hiding things isn't right. It is what it is, and I don't care what people think. I'm not going to screw this up, and I want to show you that you are important to me. And then I started posting some stuff on some narcissism stuff. Is there anything you need? I said Mountain Dew. But yeah, and then it was shortly after that he got me this phone. So I could show you text messages probably through this phone of the love, 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 love. And yes, he did say love you. So yeah, it was all there. That was all the love bombing for the first week and a half. And that isn't even the shit from on Facebook Messenger. So what would you all think? Who is still on here, all three of you? Give me your opinions here. Yes, making it Facebook official. Yes, he was. Yep. And what did I do? I tried to. I like you. I want to take it slow. I've been hurt too much. Until you're divorced. I put it right out there. Nothing's coming between me and my relationship with God. He even noticed when he was here the one time, I was annoyed. And I wasn't being myself. And part of it had to do with because he was up my ass. Well, he started to be about it. And when he started to be about it, it pissed off his ex-wife. And then she started to be about it with getting nasty. And then he got scared and started being nasty right back. And then it was just a battle of the, it was War of the Roses at that point. And I wasn't having no part of it. Nope. And that's what he did. Complete and total withdrawal. The week of when Arabella passed. He was so extra. Red Flag Central, Facebook official. Yep. No, and there was sweet things that he did do. Like he came here, made chicken noodle soup. That isn't on here. He bought me roses. He bought my mom a bouquet of flowers. Took a turkey up to my mom and dad's for just to give to them. Like, gave my kid, well, Vans that he got for his ex-wife's fucking kid, and said he wasn't going to give them to her now, so he gave them to me. He said, well, your feet might fit them. And I said, well, Olivia might be able to wear them. Went and got me a cell phone. Asked me if I always needed anything. Mm-mm. No, he could not. And when my emotions start to shift and that mask comes flying off, it's not pretty. I tried to freaking keep it. It's like I didn't trust him at first. Rightfully so. We started dating officially November 1st. Well, October 31st. Well, Facebook official. We were dating for about a week prior to that. We went out the Sunday before Halloween. I am too. But what do? There's not a damn thing I can do. And the fact that he did the whole 180 is what angers me. Because that was less than a month. I didn't hear from him really on Thanksgiving. I didn't hear from him since Arabella passed when they took her off the freaking life support. He's been gone. I haven't saw him gone for over 2 fucking weeks now. After all of that love bombing, and this is all at the end of October, and for about 3.5 weeks in November, he was, the end of October into November, he was great. And then nothing. So, just throwing it out there. Like I said, I'm giving you the red flags of what I saw and now how I'm being treated. And I didn't change up a damn thing. I am who I am. I've never changed. Not with him. I actually started to let my wall down a little bit with him. And that's when he changed. Is when I needed him for emotional support when Arabella passed. Even leading up to that, it was like, I didn't ask for much. I didn't ask him to come here every day. I didn't expect him to be here all the time. He just did it. And he was my boyfriend. I didn't mind. He was allowed to be here. Sorry. Since he showed up in my life, it was been an invasion of the fucking flies. It's weird. Had him under control, but either way, like I said, it was exposure time. He deserved it. And anybody who watches this will know. I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut for anybody. I know what he is. I thought it was just her. Oh, no. God showed me real quick it wasn't just her. They're both fucked up. They're both narcissists. I thought it was just his wife. No, it's him too. Because what he did to me was emotional and manipulation and abuse. I know. And that's why I wanted to come on and tell you what happened. And it's interesting because there was another, like I said, Self-Love You had just gone through something similar as well again. But that relationship with this guy lasted a lot longer. For quite some time. To the point that she even stopped doing videos on narcissism for a while. She was in a relationship. I know this. I know that 100%. And honestly, wasn't really rejection. It was a divine split. Because God was about ready to do something huge. And this guy can't be a part of it. Like I said, he's going to regret the day he fucked with me. I told him this. People regret when they fuck with me. Because, they might not get it right away. But they get karma. And my face is usually all over it. And then they remember about what they did to me. And they're like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that to her. Yeah. Should really think before messing with Blue Flame Integration. And trying to get up in her feels, but thank goodness I recognized it. I called it for what it was. Yep, he did the discarding, sort of. And I ain't begging. Fuck that. Goodbye. I don't ever want to see yo ass again at this point. Pissed me off 2 weeks ago and I got my key back and that was the end of that. And like we kind of talked and made nice as friends, but if I see him around, it'll be... Hopefully I won't because I want to move. And I've told him this. When him and I started talking, I said, I plan on selling my houses and moving. I don't plan on being around here. And then when him and I started dating, he's like, so you still plan on moving? We'll see how it goes, I said. The only place you're moving is Catalyst Avenue. Yeah. How about no? There's the tower, bitch. That's the street he lives on. That's the street he lives on. That's funny, I split the deck and the tower came out. Yeah, there's the Emperor. Hi. Still on my throne, motherfucker. Yes, I am. Exactly. I don't mind staying in my little meditative state, holding my own cup. Because what God's putting in that cup is way more fulfilling than what I'll ever get from a narcissist. That's what you get from a narcissist. 5 of Wands. And that's me walking away from that battle bullshit. You can fight between yourselves. And you can, there's 3 dragons there. You can triangulate with other bitches. I'm out. King of Pentacles. I'm about ready to boss up on my, my craft, my money, and I'm the Empress too. Hello. I'm a divine feminine. I've been telling people this. Dummies. But we all have to learn our lessons, and I am. I don't look so divine today, but oh well. I just pull my hair up in a ponytail. Back door's been shut. And locked. And chained. Chain locked. So, I'm going to get off of here. I was going to, like I said, make jewelry, but my cats came up and destroyed everything that I had laid out. And it took me like 45 minutes just to lay everything out. And I got on here to talk to you guys. And every time I get on YouTube, they come in. And came up here. And yeah, now all of these gems, these pieces that I had laid out that I was going to put on bracelets, are now in one big pile. So, maybe I'll work on that later tonight. I don't know. I lost 2 days this week. I have no clue where they went. Kind of time warped. And that happens also when you're dealing with narcissistic abuse. So, you lose time, you lose energy, it just gets weird. So, trying to get myself recalibrated again, thanks to my shaman, and not be, not angry. That's a huge feat. Yep. Of course, my mom, she's always like, how do you meet these people? They find me, I don't go looking for them. So, the only one who honestly has been really consistent in my life is my divine masculine. That's it. And probably just because he's in jail, he's been consistent. So it is what it is. I don't even care anymore. I'm going to do me and worry about myself and my kids. Even though my kids are at the age where they can worry, they're getting, ooh. Yeah. My wings are coming out. Back of my neck is hot. Back of my back, like, yeah. Well, okay, is that Michael the Archangel behind me or what? All right. Like I said, keep me in your prayers. I'm going to need it. I'll probably have some up and down days again. Who knows? Hopefully way more up than down. But you all know how it goes when we deal with these people. So I'm going to try and get back into the swing of things. So keep me in your prayers. I'd appreciate it. It didn't last long, so I'm hoping it doesn't take long to get over. Like Boston. Oh, yes. Definitely not fucking butterflies, that's for damn sure. No transformation at all. Totally third dimensional. Can't even take it. All right, well, work on myself and still a few things around here I want to get done. I gotta clean my house. There's a lot of shit I still have to do. This guy just came in and threw the clinkers right in it. I put time into him instead of putting time in not a whole lot of time into it, but I was tired from dealing with it. It's weird. These relationships are so weird. They just are. Oh, I will. I'll come on live. I'm going to try not to talk about this anymore. I would like to leave these people in 2019 permanently and kind of this topic. I'm going to move on to a more higher vibe topic of honestly empaths finding each other. It's time. These male empaths need to come out of the woodwork and get healed and learn how to open up and love again. So that us female divine feminines and divine masculines can finally come together. Yeah. Deuces. You know, and I hear people say 1 in 7 people are not. No, I'm finding every single one I deal with this. Every single one that I've dealt with, every single person I've dated has been one. And what the shaman told me the other night in my little sand portrait thing that I made, because his stones and stuff like that represent certain things to him that he knows what they represent because the universe has showed him. However, when he has his clients do this, we don't technically, we might have an intuitive sense of what it means to us, but we don't know really what the actual representation means, that he can read the picture. And when I did, he said, don't even think about it, just take and put it where you want. And the one big thing, he said, you have a lot of ancestral support. And on the other side, I said, look, dude, like, I wasn't looking for this guy. Like, I got to the point where it was like I was at nun status and I was okay being alone. Yeah, it would have been nice to find, I wanted to find somebody, but I want somebody at my level or above. That's it. Like, I want somebody who's a hard worker, who can understand or want to learn about spirituality and want to grow with me or be a leader. That's what I need in my life. Even though I'm a natural leader, lead together. Hello. I'm all about partnership. And it's my Libra rising. And he said, well, with the picture and stuff that I did, it shows that there's somebody that's there. Because the way it was, the thing that was out the bottom that had the chain with the blue thing, that all left. That's what got ripped out when he did that extraction. And then everything got realigned and readjusted. He realigned my root chakra to my throat chakra, realigned me. And then when we looked at the picture again, I moved some things around just a little bit. And the first thing that I grabbed was, he has a symbol of an eagle, which is the representation for him of spirit. It's the first one I placed with spirit. It's the first thing I grabbed. It's the first thing I placed. It was right at the top of my sand art. So, spirit's all over this. Spirit will bring me in my person. They say you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your Romeo. Well, Romeo turned into a frog. Narcissist. Frogs, narcissist. Yes, they're gross. But either way, I'm going to get off here. I just want to let y'all know that I definitely figured out for 100% sure he's got major issues, major narcissistic traits, if not full-blown narcissist, which I'm pretty sure he is full-blown narcissist. He has like 5 out of the 7. So I'm done with that, and I'm moving on with my life. I don't want really anything to do with him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him ever again. I feel no ways. He's apologized a bunch of times for hurting me, but what good is it if the behavior doesn't change? Oh, that's just the way I am. Well, everybody just on my YouTube now got to see that's not just the way you are. Because I read every single one of your messages and showed you. Nope. That's not just the way I am. And that's what I heard last night when I heard that's just the way I am. And I go back through those text messages. Oh, okay, so is this you or is this you? Because that's a false mask. And this is the real you. Thank you for showing me the real you. And now I'm going to expose you to everybody. Enjoy that, motherfucker. Narcissist. I know what you are. We all know you are now, Dwayne. We all know you're a narcissist to the T, to the max, personified. So, and so is your wife. Like that you guys should just work it out. Seriously, stay together and work it out. So that you don't go messing up or trying to fuck with other empaths. Because guess what? You hurt somebody else who's like me, some unsuspecting victim, and I'm going to expose you. So go back to your wife. Try and work it out with your wife. Or find another narcissist just like you. Either way, I love you guys. You guys take care. Thanks for letting me talk. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for knowing that I'm not nuts. Either way, I love you guys. You guys take care. Once again, peace and out from Central Pennsylvania. Bye-bye.